Jim Steins watches on from the boundary line. Brendan Gale wins the tap, but he's knocked it straight to the opposition. Febey kicks towards centre half forward. Punch to the front. A chance for Lyon, who bursts through the pack. First goal, Garry Lyon.
Yeah, terrific start there to the Melbourne team, and no better player to get involved in this contest than Garry Lyon. As we know, he just gets his club up and going. Terrific stuff here by Febey, who actually read the ball off the pack of the hand of Benny Gale. But Garry Lyon just getting in front of the contest, but accelerated quickly, balanced himself, and as you see him kick the goal, he tries to get the Melbourne supporters involved, looks to the crowd.
The Demons on fire early. White gets it there. Here's Tingay, game number 150. Squeezes it from 50, goes long towards the square. Farmer getting back. Push. A heap of pressure and a free kick.
Yeah, certainly there, Terry. Farmer's been matched up by Tawney there in a back pocket. And as we know, Jeff Farmer in this part of the ground is most dangerous. He just read the flight of the ball that little bit better. But isn't it great to see Tingay in full flight on the burst with penetrating play? He should run around and kick an easy goal.
But a great shot of the angle. Here he comes. He's run to a little bit of trouble. Good enough to get around a second opponent and put the Demons' second goal on the board. Woden. Demons just chipping the ball around. They have plenty of options. Here's McDonald out wide on the left foot. Now they penetrate towards the goal line. Up goes Farmer! That is unbelievable. There has to be a trampoline behind that contest, the way he got up.
There's just no doubting this young player's potential. Have a look at this jump and run and mark. Oh, that would be Cadbury's mark of the year.
That is just all jump.
Well, they don't call him the wizard for nothing.
They're fly. They've jumped into this contest.
Campbell, a scrambled kick, but Uze takes the mark.
And Adem is one player this year that's really stood up across half-back. He looks like he's pushing more forward today at this stage until probably the settling of the dust happens. But Uze is such a great rebounder across half-back. He had that shot on goal just before the ball went out of bounds. Usually a pretty good kick for goal. Wouldn't be surprised if he put this one through.
Well, he leads the competition in clearing the ball from the defensive 50. And here's his second kick inside the attacking 50. Adem, and it's a great kick.
And he's back out there, leading his club. It's its finest hour. Here they come again. All they've got to do is pick it up. Febey swings around. He's got it, Matthew. That's a great shot.
Work for Holland on the Richmond bench. White wins in the middle. Woden gets a tough footy out to Stephen Febey. He clears the centre square. Viney just knocked a couple out of the way and cleared a path for his teammate. Matthew Febey again. 2 in a minute.
Yeah, it's just those passages of play like Viney, just that shoulder strength that actually got a couple of Richmond players off the line of the ball. That vacated the space for Febey to run into. Terrific strength in close there by Woden to get it to Stephen Febey. But here's this contest. 2 Richmond players get out of the line of the ball. Febey, who was running forward to centre, received the loose ball. Great conversion.
To half forward. Ingerson in front of James. Does well. Knocks it to the ground. Butters it up again. Forward handball. Another one by the Demons. Long and loping towards Uze. He settles and picks out Tingay with a beautiful left foot kick. Tingay to the top of the square. Here it is. Neitz will mark that. He had his name written all over that one.
Yeah, good call, Terry. He was just in the right position, and that was a beautifully weighted kick there by Tingay to give David Neitz the advantage, because his direct opponent in Gasper just got underneath the flight of the footy. Always a dangerous part of the ground to protect.
Still looking for his first is David Neitz. He has 2 behinds. He's got it. So Neitz gets his first, and Melbourne their first of this second quarter.
I think it's fair to say it all revolved against that contest back across half-back when Ingerson went and met the ball and Aaron James stood back and waited for the ball to come. Ingerson's attack of the football was far better on that occasion, got the ball forward, and here we see this contested mark by David Neitz Eyes only for the ball. Just got his hands free at the initial time. Went back and kicked the goal.
He started the game on the interchange bench and has been lively since he came on. Neitz, what a tackle! He's turned it over, holding the ball against Bowden right in front.
And the reason that one has to be paid, Bruce, is that Bowden tried to barge through David Neitz, and in trying to barge through, the ball was dislodged by the tackle. And once the ball is dislodged like that, prior opportunity, must kick or handball here, must kick or handball, does neither, incorrect disposal.
You call me Bruce one more time and I'll call you Jack McMurray
sorry,
Senior.
Drew. Sorry, mate. It's exciting, this atmosphere, sorry.
Here's Neitz right in front to extend the Demons' lead. No problem. Well, they started the second half just like they started the first.
Yeah, terrific start for the Melbourne team, and it's so critical that David Neitz continues his merry ways. That's his 12th kick. He's taken 7 marks. But here's an interesting tackle here. Any kids watching this, is one thing not to do. If you get tackled, you've got to get your hands free. Get the ball up in the air.
Chance now for the Tigers. Daffy, high ball, camped under it as Shanahan. Richardson did pretty well. Oh, well done by Tingay. Fantastic. That was David and Goliath, and little David won again. Viney, it sits up beautifully. Rigoni, Gergic. Top play by Melbourne. Robertson, just a wild kick, didn't have a look. Farmer's pace gets him there. He kept it in, centred the ball, and Gergic. And Leoncelli takes the mark.
That's terrific vision there by Jeff Farmer.
They are smart. I mean, that whole piece of play there was very, very smart football. Just holding back a couple of times on the handball, just being able to pick the right option. But then Farmer, and I think Farmer actually held back, wanting to be grabbed, so that he had that player committed and then was able to toss it over.
Yeah, terrific build-up. What about the contest here on the half-back flank with Tingay?
Oh,
He just ran straight.
Yeah. I think he wants to play finals again.
There's no doubt about it. I think that whole group does, actually, Wheels.
Leoncelli, 52 metres out. Oh, great carry on that kick.
Yeah, well, you reckon it was to the side. The tackle was from the side, but many would say it propelled him forward. Mick, that's why his nose hit the dirt.
Here's Adem bursting for goal and kicking one. Two goals to Adem. He spent most of the year in defence.
And Drew, the parallels between this quarter and also the first quarter are identical. It was the Melbourne team who jumped into this contest in the first quarter, kicking 3 before Richmond could register there first. But there's Adem. What a quality player he is. I think you mentioned earlier in the call, Drew, he actually leads the competition from rebound out of defence.
Comes to the front, Michael Gale. Shanahan out from the goal square. Gergic spun in the tackle to Uze. Oh, good eyes. Beautiful play, Melbourne. Leoncelli, a lightning hand pass to Seacamp. That is brilliant.
And Farmer won out too.
Robertson. Here's Farmer on his own. 30 metres from goal. The Wizard goes in and bangs it home.
Rigoni missed Robertson. Harrison under all sorts of pressure from the tackle. Melbourne will break away, and this size big Jeff White from right on 50 to the top of the square. Farmer's set for another jump. No, he gets in front. Great work, Jeff Farmer. That is as good a mark as that sensational one he took earlier. Prepared to put the body in.
I think there was a prime example of the Richmond player Harrison, but have a look at this mark. Crashed his body in, kept his eyes. If he didn't fall to the ground, I reckon he was off. He'd go to have an easy shot on goal. But the percentage thing, what not to do, Ben Harrison went into the centre corridor when he was under pressure. A handball to a 2-free Melbourne players. This is the reason why this man's got the ball.
2 goals, 3 this afternoon to Jeff Farmer. Can he square it? He has. He's got 3 goals, 3. Players who have kicked goals. I mean, others have to step up very, very quickly.
Jim Steins, clean possession. Anthony McDonald goes for a trot. Oh, Collins slipped to ground. Neitz on the burst. Farmer. Farmer gets his 4th. 3 in this quarter.
Yeah, there certainly has been a few impact players today. no doubt Jeff Farmer certainly being one. Also David Neitz, both those players involved in this build-up here. Collins who went the ground, but look at this acceleration from a tall player, 6'3" of him. A little bit of luck, I suppose, on that occasion. Fell into the hands of Jeff Farmer, but the old saying, when you're hot, you're hot. And at the moment, Melbourne is certainly that.
Andrew Coates just asking Jeff Farmer to hop out of the way, son. Oh, hit high by Neitz.
He's reported the skipper, Matty Neitz.
I mean, if we have a look at this, the umpire is actually on the far side of where the camera angle is, and Matty Neitz comes in from the front. Matty Neitz will see come from basically the bottom of the screen. Now the umpire is immediately at the top of the screen, so
unbelievable. Missed him by a foot, John.
Pretty tough call to report when you're behind the
Exactly
player.
right.
And but nevertheless, the report has been made, so that'll be determined this week. And I suppose the only point I will make is that if the umpire doesn't get a clear view of the contact, then I certainly don't agree with the report being made.
He's already done time this year. Never been reported before earlier this year. So that's the second time he's gone up.
Johnny, Andrew Coates is a very experienced umpire, so he must have reported it as something he did see. Would you agree with that?
I'll tell you one thing, Fly, there wasn't much in it, mate. Absolute disgrace.
Maybe we can continue it after the shot at goal, Fly, but I'm happy to discuss it. I think it's appropriate.
So Anthony McDonald, 35 metres out, directly in front. Melbourne continue the march.
Fair call, Drew. Naturally comes down to consistency, but there's a mistake there, and they'll rebound out of defence once again with the Demons.
So Tingay to Rigoni.
Out wide.
4 or 5 bounces. The boy from Myrtlesford just keeps going. He finds Neitz in all sorts of trouble. To Woden. If the D's get the goal here, they've done well. Here's Farmer. They have done well.
Now that is magnificent poise and control by Rigoni in that part of the ground. He's running streaming forward, knowing that he had 2 players, more or less Richmond players, zoning an area, but he just held the ball, waited for the Richmond players to commit themselves. Here his eyes, release Woden with a little bit of space, a penetrating right foot kick to a one-on-one contest, and Jeff Farmer does the rest.
Farmer, 4 goals to date. 1 in the first, 3 in the third, and now 1 in the last.
The scoreboard actually indicates the dominance of this game. As we see at this stage, it's 30 shots to 15, but this is quality football. Guy Rigoni charging forward, assessing his options, looking right, looking left, looking straight ahead, holds the ball, then releases the ball into the path of Woden. That is a terrific build-up by a team, chock full of confidence.
And what a confidence boost. 5 goals going into the finals. James McDonald to Ingerson. Away they go again, Leoncelli. Neitz is there. Farmer waits at the back. Neitz!
Well, Drew, I don't think there's much more we can say about this team. They are running hard. They're running through the centre corridor. Once you've got targets in front of the goal square like this bloke, he's taken 8 marks at this stage. He's lining up for his 3rd goal for this afternoon. They're quality statistics from a forward who's come back from injury. No doubt he'll get better with more match time.
Neitz for goal. He's given him something to think about on the right goal post, but he's got it.
Really been relentless in their defensive approach.
Duffy can't get away. It's a Melbourne 3 in the ruck contest.
The signal appeared to be a signal for shepherding wheels given by the umpire, so Neitz will take this from about 20 metres out.
And what an impressive game from David Neitz. Here he is.
Shepherding. Holding.
Well, the signal wasn't for holding, so everybody will have to make up their own mind.
David Neitz, game number 116, and is only 24 years of age. What a valuable player he's going to be for Melbourne for a long time. Great centre half forward. Good work, David. 4 goals during the last quarter, and Melbourne continue to pound the goals.
Yes, Wheels, and I think the most impressive part of the Melbourne team also is the second half here. Here's the replay here. Make your decision. Well, they say to be a holding one, John, rather than a shepherding one. I think the pleasing part of Melbourne's game is their 11-goal-2 second half.
Harrison wins the hit out. Goes to Uze, who has been absolutely fantastic today. Kicked a couple of goals. Woden.
Yeah, and this bloke's been particularly good. I think he set the scene early in the game, did Woden. Matched up against Matty Neitz. Hasn't left his side all day. And no one knows Matthew Neitz had the impact on a game like he usually does.
Here's a goal coming up. Leoncelli to Neitz. Neitz. Gale goes to the bench to finish his season, I'd suggest. What a shocking way to finish. Defeat and a clash with an umpire with just 10 minutes remaining. Well, Neitz has a chance to join Farmer on 5 goals. And this for his 3rd in this last quarter. Looks pretty good.
Terrific effort by the Melbourne team. We've stipulated it all day. But another pleasing factor for Neil Danaher is the amount of times they've actually gone forward in this game. They've gone forward 48 occasions, but the return being 18 goals on the scoreboard. That's a terrific goal efficiency percentage. The equator probably worked to about 57%.
Melbourne fans are booing him. Centering kick by the skipper. Adem again. What a game he's played. Steins. Gee, I was here the day he made his debut, Adem. We were guessing how to pronounce his name. YZE. We thought, what is that? We know it pretty well now. Robertson on the run. Great goal!
Well, Tingay just went down nice by him, Terry. That is just a sensational goal. Like the poise and just the presence. Adds an extra dimension to the Melbourne forward line. He's a marking player, smaller of inches compared to Neitz and Swartz and Lyon, but he works extremely hard across half forward. He's a hard runner. He's a real competitor, but he has terrific balance. He assesses his options, has a little bit of control, but that's a terrific finish from that pocket. There's no reason why he shouldn't be happy.
Forward, he's kicked 3. Richardson's now kicked 4. If Miranda had stayed fit, it could have been different. Ingerson just about BOG. James McDonald. The Demons in the finals and in 4th place.
Congratulations, Neil. What a sensational effort. You must be very, very proud.
Look, they were fantastic today, and Monday night was a big game for us, and here, 70,000, and look, the players were fantastic, and it was a big game for Richmond, and look, it'll give us a lot of confidence going to the final.
It's an excellent reward, isn't it? After all the hard work over summer.
Yeah. I finished the top 4. It's just a great position to be in. Take on Adelaide here, it's a lot better than taking Adelaide over there, so no, we're real happy. Thanks.
Good on you. Thanks very much, Neil.